Hello and good morning, beautiful people of the world. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today is more of a day in the life in the studio. I'm going to be starting on this big painting. I have my drawing sketched out. Um, just had this vision of this beautiful kind of thinking lady. She's, like the thinker sculpture, similar vibe to that, but very pretty lady. Gonna be painting her. I'm super excited about this massive canvas. Also drying out over here is this ceramic sculpture. You might have seen them on my Instagram, and I am really kind of starting to build this new body of work, which I am obviously very excited about. This is separate from my New Heart series, which I love that body of work, but I'm ready to kind of tackle some new feelings that I'm having with this new body of work, because there's a lot of changes happening in this current day and age in summer of 2025. There's just been in the last 5 years or so lots of changes that we as humans are just kind of thrown into, and we're like, okay, now we have AI, let's figure out how to be normal and go on with our lives with these changes that are massive and going to definitely impact us for generations to come. And so kind of feelings like that, that I'm really excited to kind of introspect on with my new series. And I am really looking forward to doing a new show in the upcoming years. So, really building a new body of work to do. So, just some general updates in my life. My New Heart exhibition is up for one more week. Oh, I know. It's going to be up for a total of 6 weeks, and those weeks have gone by really fast. The show has just been an incredible success, in my opinion. Thank you so much to everyone who's gone to go see it. It's just been so special. And hearing how all of you guys interact with the pieces and which ones are your favorite and what the pieces mean to you is what this is all about. Like, this is why I love making sculptures and why I love making art pieces in general, is just because it brings us closer together. And you're like, oh, yeah, actually, I kind of feel that way too. Or this piece brings out this part of me that makes me feel at ease and comfortable, and the fact that we can share that together, from artist to some random person, like we don't even know each other, but through these art pieces we're able to connect and feel closer and more genuine as humans, which I think is so special. So thank you to everybody who came to my show. So that's an update. And the other update is, oh my gosh, I'm doing a artist talk on Thursday, which is in 3 days. A little bit nervous about that, but I love to talk. I get a little bit nervous sometimes, but I think it'll be just fine because, at the end of the day, it's just about connecting with people and having fun and letting people know me a little bit more, which I think might actually be the part that scares me a little bit. I'm like, what if, like, maybe I should not let people know about me? But also, I love letting people know about me because it, it kind of makes us feel less lonely. And, we need that sometimes. So come to my talk on Thursday at 5:30, I think, at Mixed Gallery. Come to my talk and ask me some questions if you have them. So yeah, those are my updates. Oh, also, this is not art related, but another update is that I am training for my first ever marathon, full marathon. Also very nervous about that, but that's in December in Dallas, Texas, at the end of the year. So I still have a while to go for that, but I've been kind of getting back into running because I took a little bit of time off, I feel like, as I was really finishing up my show and everything. Things were just kind of crazy, and I was like, running is not my priority right now. Um, but I've been running every single day at least 1 mile. I'm like, If I do more than a mile, great, that's awesome. But if all I have in me is to run 1 mile, say I just trot along like a little goblin, then that's okay and that's awesome. So today is day 19 and I wanted to sleep in a little bit, so I slept in and I'm gonna do my run this evening. So yeah, everything's going really good. Cannot wait for my marathon. Okay, so before I start moving around a bunch, I'm gonna find a way to, I think it's the little magnet here. I got a new microphone for my, like the day before I did my gallery tour that I posted here on YouTube. I got this new microphone, Ceramonic. But anyways, got this, and so I'm still learning how to use it. I've never attached it to my shirt before, so let's see. Can you still? It's a strong magnet right there. Can you still hear me? My tendency is to want to go like this. Can you still hear me? So I'm gonna check the footage and see if I can still hear like this. Hello, hello. Check, check, check. I think it's still good, but I'm gonna make sure I talk loud enough so that you guys don't miss anything. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and check out this new sculpture that I made, and then we're gonna get to painting. I promise we're gonna do work today. Okay, so this is my new sculpture here. They are this figure that's laying on their belly here. They're really dry, but I like to dry out my sculptures for like a month before firing them, just because I am a very scared ceramicist because I've had lots of things happen in the kiln before because on my pieces, you know, there's varying levels of thickness. You know, the arms are really thin. There's a little bit of thickness right here in this hip area, but she's fully carved out on the inside. And there's a lot of areas that are hollowed out. That's why she has these holes in her head and stuff, is so that she dries hopefully as smoothly as possible. But I like to dry them out for at least 3 weeks, maybe a month, sometimes more than that if I'm really scared, or if I dried it really slow, you know. But she's like, you can tell she's fully dried because she is that white color. So I'm probably gonna fire her in the next week. Scary, but yeah, I hope she'll fit in the kiln, because I was like, I'm pretty sure the place I fire at, their kilns are big enough, but part of me is like, I need to check because she's quite long, as you can see. Anyways, let's get to painting. Okay, so I'm not entirely certain if you can see her very well on the canvas because I traced it really lightly. The original sketch, also I got a new sketchbook. I am so excited. I love new sketchbooks, but I've made lots of little sketches this past week for new, just little characters. I love them. They're so cute. But I made this lady. Can you see her? That's what I traced onto this big canvas. I want her to be like a massive face that's kind of just like looking down, but her expression is very gentle, solemn, sad, but also smart. Like she has learned something that has made her feel this way, and she's not really reactive right now. She is more so observing. You know, when you find something out and all you can do is just observe. You observe, you just are like, so that's kind of what she is, but very like smart as well. She's like, yeah, well, that's kind of her vibe, but in a really beautiful and calm manner. All of the emotion is in the eyebrows. Eyebrows are very important. Never underestimate the power of the eyebrows. Also the eye shape, because her eye and eyebrow shape is really what's bringing this all together. Also the downward tilt, and also her lip right here. Just a little tip. Eyebrows, eye shape, and mouth tilt. I also made this little guy. So cute. He's like, and he has this awesome haircut. And he's like little boxers. On my sketches, you can tell I don't give. The hands could not be bothered. All the hands, look at this hand. Boom. Hey, I'm a sculptor. Sculpt a hand, I could do it. Draw a hand, give me 30 minutes, okay? I also really like this lady. She's like, oh yeah, because I was thinking, has anyone else seen those Botox cosmetic those Botox cosmetic ads on YouTube? And I was thinking, why do I feel like a pressure to get Botox? Like, there was already a pressure, but like their ads are like, oh, I'm a normal person and I get Botox. And then you see the ad again, but it's a different person who's also just like a regular person. And they're like, yeah, I got Botox for this reason. And they're like just some random person, like doing normal human stuff. It's not like they're a celebrity and they're like, oh, I got Botox. Because I'm a celebrity. They're like, I got Botox and I'm a chef. Why do you need Botox as a chef? And she was like, because I furrow my brows like this when I'm cooking. And I'm like, great. I love that for you. Furrow your brows. I love that. You don't need Botox. Because that's a neurotoxin, girl. Oh my gosh. Anyways. So I've just kind of been thinking, and then, the delights and desires within a capitalistic society. Like the absolute delight that I feel whenever I find something, like a special little thing to buy myself. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. And, but also like, that puts us in like a little prison, you know? A little prison. We don't want to be in a little prison. Anyways, let's get to painting. Like I said, we were going to do work today. We're going to do work. So I'm thinking I'll start with a kind of like a solemn background. She's giving, I'm thinking like a gray blue. So I'm thinking I'll mix together like some white, a tiny bit of black, and then some like blue. Don't look at my armpits. And put that on the whole background, and then get that skin tone down and kind of make it all work together, hopefully. But painting's not my strongest suit. I feel like some of the paintings that I made for my New Heart exhibition are what helped me learn to paint. Like, I don't know how to paint. I did not take a painting class in college. I took studio art, did not learn how to paint. So this is really difficult for me. So if I'm doing something wrong, leave it in the comments kindly. Leave it kindly. Say, Natalia, girl, you're doing that wrong. You could try this instead. Let me know, please. If you know how to paint, let me know. Anyways, I'm gonna mix up my paint. Be right back. Ugh. Ew, it's like green. Well, no. Maybe I need to add a different type of blue. I also, instead of like pure white, I added unbleached titanium. So I added in a little bit more white. This is still looking like gray green. Girl. Oh, good heavens. Oh, it's probably because the unbleached titanium is like yellow, and then I added a little bit of like a lighter blue, and then you know yellow and blue makes green. Of course. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep adding stuff until it looks the way I want it to. Also, did not take color theory, but that is actually something I really am interested in. The whole color theory stuff. That's a class that I wish I had taken. I might go back and, or just like, either go back and take that course at my community college or YouTube education, perhaps. This is looking a little bit better, but still green. I'm gonna add a little bit more white, a little bit more blue. Hey, that could work. Sorry, with my chair in the way. Let me. Oh. I'm gonna add a little bit more white, and I say we'll just go for it. You know, I kind of sometimes you just gotta full send, and then if you don't like it, because I have to do like 3 coats anyways. So if the first coat isn't what I want, I'll just make the second or third one what I want. You know, that's okay. Since I didn't take a class, there's technically no rules. Painting, no rules. Okay, and I'm gonna add a little bit of water just to thin this out a little bit so I can get some more coverage, just to see kind of where the piece is calling me to go, you know? Okay, this is kind of what we're looking at now. I don't know. Could be. Okay, I'm gonna go get some water. Add that water and be right back. Okay, so I've got my color here. It's not exactly what I'm thinking, but you gotta start somewhere. Like I said, 3 coats later, I'm sure I'll figure it out what it is that I'm looking for. So I added some water. Let's go. No more unbleached titanium. She's not necessarily gloomy. She's just all-knowing and also introspecting. A little bit more white. That looks the exact same. What the heck? Bruh. Oh my lord. Okay, I don't care. We're adding more white. Why does it still look the same? I'm adding so much white. Maybe? I don't know. I do not know. Okay. lips. Okay. You know, I'm not really hating the blue right now. Like, maybe needs a little bit of tweaking, but you know, it might get the energy that I'm feeling across, perhaps. Well, that I'm feeling, but more so what she's feeling, you know. Sometimes, like when I drew her, it wasn't like a I'm trying to express this. This was more of a this is who she is, you know. In this moment of time that she existed, what was she feeling? And me as an artist, what can I do to help her reveal that to the world in the way that she wants, you know? Okay. Um, cool. That base coat is dry now, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with the color, but I'm gonna add just a little bit more white just to lighten it up a little bit. Let's try that. And I'm gonna try and paint this really fast. Like, really fast. Watch this. The next step is going to be skin tone. And so before I get any paint on her face, I want to make sure that I don't lose my details here, because like I was saying, the importance is in the eyebrows, the importance is in the eye tilt and like the tilt of the mouth. And so I'm gonna go in with this little pencil, brown colored pencil, and just mark these areas just so that the paint, I don't lose them, because that's happened before where I'm like, oh wow, don't have my lines anymore. This line right here, very important, very small. Compared to her nose, that is minuscule, the little line there, but very important. So is this. This drawing, or this painting that I'm making, I made the sketch very quickly, and I kind of like to keep the genuineness of the sketch versus changing things, because I thought she was perfect the way she was. So, for example, this eyeliner, just the way it was in my quick little sketch. Beautiful. This. Okay. Now I'm gonna get my skin tone ready. Seems okay. I mean, I don't know if this is gonna be the end-all skin tone that I go with, but we'll try it out, see where it gets us. Seems okay. I think my favorite part of her is her massive nose. I think it's so cute. Boop. If you're a person who likes big noses, this painting might just be for you. Okay. All right, so we've got 2 coats of the blue color in the background, and then we've got just 1 coat on the skin tone, and I'm just gonna kind of let that sit in my head for the rest of the day and think about her hair color and stuff and kind of where I want to go with the piece before adding more colors. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go get a lunch and grab a new canvas from the store to make a new painting of kind of these houses that I'm envisioning. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking about how we live in the world and like how subdivisions and stuff taking over. I was in the airplane yesterday and I looked down and there's just these rows of houses and it was really beautiful, but it was also kind of daunting of like, wow, we're all kind of sandwiched together. In other parts of the world, it's so different. And so I kind of want to document that just to have as a representation of our current world. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys to the moon and back, and then back again. I love you. Mwah. Bye. Have a great day.